today. From Toronto, Canada, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Third down from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. Short pass caught by Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Now left side on the swing pass. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. Again, he'll drop the throw. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's one heck of a third down conversion, a pickup of 39.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
To throw now on first down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to address?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 6-yard line.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Isaiah Simmons in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Out of the gun, and Herbert, and he's going to go down again. Isaiah Simmons, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Henry's got it. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is crawled into the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Apologize. apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the...
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense.
Touchdown! Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1 yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1 yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
2-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. It's good to make it 17-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this pass to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First down and 10 at their own 19.
Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple of days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Monarchs.
They run. This is Cohen. And he's got some space here. The 40. He's at the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there, and even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's second down.
Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Isaiah Simmons in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get it.
And all the way in for the touchdown. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First down and 10. At their own.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Devin Bush came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Herbert has it knocked free.
Justin Herbert.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now Cohen. And another tackle broken. And some room to run now. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
3rd down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle, and you play a back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
He's got it, and it's 24-17. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was polished off by a Tariq Cohen touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line.
1st down and 10. At their own
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charles. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Brings up
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. There's that man again. It's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. From 19 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
This will make it into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
score, Mounties 31.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 16 yards, a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
And he will take it in for a touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
The pass
gets to Henry, is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Call that a gain of 11.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
7-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
First down, a run with Cole. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Isaiah Simmons in there for sack number 22 on the year, and folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Third and long, it's Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Isaiah Simmons in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting, The goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
The 5-yard line.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
7.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. Ebron caught left side. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now left side of the swing pass. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
It's a loss of
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Automatic first down.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
the pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. London about set to take over on offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
This pass finds its way to Williams.
Herbert's pass.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Toronto's offense ready to take over as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back to throw now on 1st down.
They'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
The pass.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Over the middle, it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. From the left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Good.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
17. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
London about set to take over on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A 3-yard pickup.
Now it's Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
His guys take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Taylor. That's complete.
The pass.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 24-yard line.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Chris Boswell set.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And incomplete as he was knocked took the ball off course.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzling me a little bit.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for our visitors, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.